Good afternoon, it's Martin from Pendle Headquarters North, and it's Gary from Pendle Headquarters South at Cleanser Pro Bus. You shout out to Revolt from Poland for inviting us over here to test, not only test their dynos, but to have a look at the manufacturing side of the dyno. It's not just a case of coming over here, having a go on the dyno and seeing how the dyno performs for me. I wanted to look at the manufacturing side of the dyno and make sure that the dyno was, how can we say this, have the build quality available for our needs as a company. And I have to say, I've been around dynos for some 20 years. The build quality of this dyno is absolutely second to none. We've gone right back to the stages of looking at the chassis of the dyno without any components in there, and the structure, the materials, the welding, the support beams within the chassis. It is absolutely superb. Please do not think this is a cheap dyno. This is by far not a cheap dyno. The build quality of this is absolutely second to none. I would go as far as saying it's possibly one of the best built quality dynos that I've seen.
It's great, yeah. The guys are great as well. You can see the input into it.
The passion behind it. Obviously, the guy behind this has been within the dyno manufacturing industry now for some 20 years. He was the chief designer at one of the big dyno suppliers that's very, very popular. He's come off and has built his own dyno. He's got all his years of experience, he's put it into this. So going from the chassis, shall we say, of the dyno, it is absolutely phenomenal. The build quality, how rigid it is superb. It doesn't need bolting down to the floor. The weight of the dyno itself, you know, speaks volumes of the quality of it. And then we've got the components that go in there, you know, the knurled rollers. You are not going to get any slip from them knurled rollers. Them knurled rollers are absolutely superb. They really are. Then you've got the bearings, you've got the prop shafts. They're all built to withstand whatever you throw at it. Now, yesterday was a day for us really looking at the manufacturing side, talking to the team behind the manufacturing side, looking at the software side of the dyno and how versatile the software is in the ability to do various things. Not only does it give you the dyno run, it plots various different things. We're going to flip the phone over in a minute and have a look at doing a dyno run, but it also records the vehicle on the dyno with a camera. It can produce certificates. It is the scope of the software. It is absolutely up to date in ability of software out there now. You know, there is a lot of software on dynos now that are very, very dated. This is massively up to date in what it can do and the versatile of the software. Don't you agree?
Agree, yeah.
This dyno, what we're looking at here now and what we're working on, it's their four-wheel drive mechanical linked dyno. This one is a brake dyno. It's got two retarders in, one on the rear axle, one on the front axle, but we can turn them off. And what we're using this in the inertia mode. So we're using this really two-wheel drive inertia dyno. So forget about the linked. The link's disconnected by a roller lock, so it disconnects the gearbox, so the back wheels aren't linked to the front anymore. Simple click, you can link them. Superb. You can lock the rollers off with hydraulic, not compressor, a hydraulic brake. Absolutely superb, so you don't need a compressor in your workshop. So the quality of the dyno, please don't think this because of the price of the dyno is a cheap dyno. It's far from a cheap dyno. It is absolutely far, far, far from a cheap dyno. This dyno is absolutely cutting edge, really is cutting edge. The ability it's got, the repeatability of it got. Believe you me, I have tested this dyno in all fashions. Dropping the clutch, you know, trying to make the wheels slip, strapping the vehicle on in different fashions, you know, testing it in different gears, jumping on the brakes, which you shouldn't do on a dyno. But I want to test this dyno to see what ability it's got. It's not thrown a single glitch for me. It has really been on the money. Both myself and Gary are massively impressed. We came out here with open minds. We didn't know what to expect. We wasn't coming out here at all to endorse this dyno, really. We were just coming over here to look at the dyno and see the ability of it. But we now, as a company, myself and Gary, we're happy to put our name to this dyno. PendlePerformance is happy to endorse this dyno. We really are. We will back this dyno. If anyone wants to have one of these dynos, we can supply you one of these dynos on a rental basis. We can supply you a outright purchase price of one of these dynos, and it will be endorsed by PendlePerformance. We will endorse it. We will give you technical knowledge, support, service, whatever you need on this dyno. It is phenomenal. Please do not think of the price of this dyno. It's a cheap dyno, don't want it. It is by far that. It should be 5-6 times more money than what it is. Let's not tell the guys behind there about that. You know, he's not into it for the money. He's very, very passionate in what he does. What we're going to do now, we're going to flick the phone over. Myself and Gary have both dyno tested this vehicle, but we're going to flick the phone over, we're going to show you the screens, and we're going to do a dyno run on this vehicle. So enjoy watching the dyno run. So we're looking at the dyno screens itself. We've got obviously 2 screens, and there you can see obviously we've got the, my big finger, sorry about that, we've got the camera. We've got a camera up there so it shows the vehicle. But what we're in the inertia. Let me try and hold the phone steady and show you. So we're in inertia mode there, so that means it's a non-braked dyno. It's just inertia. So first job we've got to do, we've got to tell this vehicle what gear we're in and at what engine RPM. Simple. So all we do, we go up here, right click, from engine speed. It's as simple as that. We can see, let me zoom down, 3000 at RPM, yes. So we're going to get into test gear now, which is going to be 5th gear. And then we're going to take the vehicle up. How steady the vehicle is on the dyno, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Just know that fan has worked on.
Yeah, the fan also, now the fans on these, they automatically come on as the vehicle picks speed up. We can also program the fan to increase in speed. For instance, if you was doing 30 mile an hour, we could program that fan at the front to produce 30 mile an hour winds. So we're getting up to 3000 RPM now. Hold it at 3000 RPM. Press OK. Down we go. So that set the vehicle in 5th gear at 3000 RPM. A lot of dynos do that. It's what the dyno needs to know, that what gear you're in and what engine RPM the vehicle's doing. We don't want to jump on the brakes now, we'll just let it coast down nice and easy. We can turn the, if you look down there, we can turn the exhaust extraction fans on. We could also have them automatically turn on as well. As the vehicle picks speed up, we can have them automatically turn on. So we're ready now to do a dyno run. So it's a simple case of press start, and there you are. And it's as absolutely as easy as that. We then get into gear. Obviously we know we're doing a 5th gear run, so we nicely take it up until we get into 5th gear. We're into 3rd, we're into 4th, we're into 5th. So we've got good ramp load. The use of the software is absolutely superb, it really is. You know, the development that's gone not just into the dyno itself, into the hardware side, but the guys behind coding all the software for the programming and the use of the dyno is absolutely phenomenal, it really is. And like I said, this is now a dyno that PendlePerformance is happy to endorse, and we approve this dyno. And wait for it, we'll be able to see our dyno result in a minute. And there you have it. There's the dyno on. Now this bottom half, obviously, because it's a DSG, yeah, if we want just to crop that out, it's a really simple thing. We go up here, set display range, have it from, shall we say 1200, 1100, select, bang. That's because obviously it's a DSG. So that is the dyno run produced, and it's on the money. I think it's produced, can you see there, Gary? I can't
173.
173, and this is a 170 brake horse vehicle. So there you have it. These dynos are absolutely phenomenal. They really are absolutely phenomenal. Thanks for watching.